Hi guys, in this video I'll be showing you what I received this month for my Design Ambassador kit from Jessie James Beads. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I am a design ambassador for Jessie James Beads and they kindly send me a kit every month so that I can design something and provide you guys with some inspiration and show you guys some oldies but goodies or some brand new stuff available or soon to be available. Anyway, let's go and see what's in it. All right, so here are my goodies for this month. And it says, well, we have, they give you, this time my kit was packaged by Emily. So thank you, Emily. And they list what the kit includes. It says this kit was designed and packaged for, and so my name would go here, but hey, I know who I am. So this is what we got. We got some strawberry rhubarb, it looks like, mini mix, a blackberry baby mini mix, and then we have cha-cha tassels in sundress, which I'm assuming is these cuties right here, and then cha-cha tassels in red like roses. So these red ones here, and then we have some new strands. Like I said, these are kind of like our oldies but goodies. They are really cute. Look at that. I can already see a little flower in there. But they also have some beautiful new Pantone strands, and this one is called Mykonos Blue, and look at how gorgeous this is. So beautiful. And we've got the boho beads here. I love their boho beads. And we've got some, look at this gorgeous antique silver spacer, or bead, I'm sorry. Antique silver bead. These gorgeous bead caps, they're like filigree right there. What I love about these strands is that they're so versatile. You can either take them apart and create different pieces of jewelry, or you can just basically take them apart and thread some beading wire on there and a clasp, and you have something. Or you have a necklace and just add some chain. I mean, there's so many things because they have it all coordinated for you. So that is it's super easy to make jewelry. And then look at this red one. This one is Fire Whirl, and I love this coral red. It's just so gorgeous. Look, and then we've got a little elephant here. He might be a little bit of a lucky elephant because he's got his little what do you call it? His little trunk going up. So they say those are good luck when the trunk of an elephant and one of these little statues are facing up. So there you go, a little bit of superstition thrown in there. And look at these boho beads, you guys. So gorgeous. Very beautiful. So let me see. I'm going to set these 4 little things over here, and then just kind of, as usual, go through my little mini mixes and see. So we've got some of these gorgeous drops right here. Look at these red drops, gorgeous. This is the flower. Is there another one? No, there's just one, but that's fine. It's gorgeous little blingy flower. And I'll put that on the top so it doesn't get squished. We got some adorable little tassels, little flower tassels. We've got some small little drops. Look at those little drops. And they're along with some, it looks like they are AB round faceted beads. And we've got some table cut round beads. Look at that. And they've got like a matte side, and then we've got these like cubes. They're not cubes, they're like hexagonal. I don't know what the shape is. I think I took a nap during geometry. And then some of these rectangles, ceramic it looks like. What's this? Oh, is this oh look, very cool. We even get a tassel. We even get a clasp. I've never seen a clasp in one of our I've never seen a clasp in one of their mini mixes. Very cool. So yeah, that's pretty much kind of what I wanted to point out. The metals are gold. It looks like we've got our usual rhinestones, bead caps. So lots of fun in this little mini mix. And so that's the red one. The strawberry rhubarb. Put that to the side. And then Blackberry Baby is this very elegant black mini mix as well. Look at that. Look at these cone faceted beads. These are really pretty. And we've got, again, some tassels with some string, and then we've got the suede, some fun faceted hexagons. What do you got? What are they, you guys? You tell me what shape. They are faceted as well. And then we've got some oval glass beads here. Some of those other weird shaped ones faceted. Look at that. It's so pretty. We've got these fun like half metal, half like gunmetal or gray metal and white rondelles. We've got some really gorgeous rhinestone spacers, also in gold. So we've got a little bit of mixed metals, but these rhinestone ones are black. It's got little black rhinestones. We got some itty bitty. Oh, look at these. Aren't these adorable? Itty bitty. I don't think I've ever seen little drops that small. It's got to be 1 millimeter. So they're like super tiny. Oh my gosh. And we've got, of course, our beautiful cage beads and some fun. These are as dangles, little sparkly bead. It looks like it's got like little mini beads on it, doesn't it? Yeah, it has some little rhinestones on there. Again, some more tassels and these fun flowers as charms. So again, they're mixing gold with, this is a mixed metals mix, it looks like. These are gunmetal, and then we've got some gold. And then we have these adorable, look at these little cuties, just like the drops. There's the drops, there's the cones. Isn't that adorable? That is so cute. I've never seen them so small. So that is the Blackberry, what are they called? Blackberry Baby mix. Oh, look at these big rondelles, faceted rondelles. Very pretty. So that is Blackberry Baby. So now let's go grab our tools and make some fun jewelry. All right, so I am back with something I started to design. Once I get an idea in my head, then I start to kind of just go, and then it slowly shapes. It comes together in my brain, and it comes together in my mind as I go along, and just add things here and there. And I decided to do this design on a choker, on this, you know, the open-ended chokers. I've got these on AliExpress. They came all the way from China, I believe, but I'm not sure if you probably can get them here at your local beading store. Otherwise, like I said, I purchased them on AliExpress. So if you don't know what that is, it's like a supplier. It's an app, and they have suppliers from, I think it's mostly Asia. I don't know if there's other countries included there. But anyway, you can find them there. I think you can find some on Amazon, but they're not the same shape. They're not this same oval shape. They're usually, the ones I found on Amazon were round. So other than that, we're going to need the strawberry rhubarb mini bead mix and the Pantone strand in Fire Whirl. So I'm just going to take a piece of 20 gauge wire. And this is, let me see see what the measure is. Yeah, I cut 13 inches, just measured that. I cut 13 inches of this 20 gauge wire in gold, and then I'm going to use 24 gauge wire to do my wrapping. So to start off with, I'm going to leave, to do this swirl here, I'm going to leave about 6 inches, and you can, you know, as you go wrapping, you can kind of move it around to make your 6. So going to start right about there, because I know I left quite a bit of the beginning so that I could do this swirl on here to anchor it to part of the frame. And then it's got other little anchors over here that I'll show you as we go along to anchor the rest. So I'm gonna start with this flat round crystal or bead. So this is what it looks like. It's this little flat table cut bead that was in the kit, that was in the mini mix, I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna slide it on to this, to where I said, you know, you kind of separate the 6 inches. And I'm going to work off the roll of my 24 gauge. And so what you do is you start off by doing to do our herringbone, we do about 4 wraps. So I'm going to leave a little lip here, and then I'm going to do 4, I'm going to wrap it around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now that we have those 4 wraps, and I'll cut the leftovers, I'll cut it off in a minute, but just kind of leave that there, and then you'll put your crystal or your bead against it, and then bring it down to the side. Kind of make sure that you're warming up your wire. It'll straighten out without having to use any tools. So you want it to be nice and straight. So you're going to go down the side of that crystal, down the side of that bead, go over the top of this 20 gauge wire, around like so, come back down, and now you're going to go, if you need to, again, you straighten your wire by just pulling on it. Like I said, the warmth will help it straighten out nicely. Or you can use some nylon jaw pliers as well if you need more, if you don't have the hand strength. And then go down this side over here, and then we're going to go again over the top here and around like so. See, and then we're going to go again, but now this time we're going to go under the first wrap that we did here. We're going to go underneath. Sometimes you have to kind of wiggle it around, and we're going to go, that's going to be our second wrap or go around is going to be underneath like that, and then we're going to go over the top again, wrap it around just like we did. Just make sure you hold on to it because it tends to want to pop up on top, and go around again, come back up, turn it. Let me see how many goes I did. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did 4 for this beginning here. So I'm going to do 4 on here. And now now that I have that nicely anchored on, I can just squish this piece down. Make sure, let me get this out of the way. Make sure that I'm pulling nice and tight like that. And now I can cut with my side cutters right there. As always, make sure you're holding on to your wire so you don't poke your eye out or somebody else's. And then go again underneath, over the top, around. Oh, I see that little end peeking out. I was too in a rush to continue. There we go. So underneath, over the top, again around like that, and then go again underneath the last one you did, and you can start to kind of, with your nails or a plier, start to tighten up your little wraps. Again, over the top. I'm going to move this out of the way so that the camera's not trying to focus on that. Over the top, and like that. And then we're going to do one more. One more here. And again over the top. And the last one. So you're going to have 3 on one side, 4 on the other, but that's okay. Because you have to, it's always going to be uneven. One side is going to have always less than the other. It's not really that noticeable. All right, so now that we've done that, then I'm going to, I got a round crystal, a round bead from a different, let me see, where's my clear, from a different batch. I bought those beads in bulk. I don't know if you want to watch, I'll put the video up where I show all the beads in bulk that I got. So I got one of these just white white bead on there, fire polished, because I wanted to add a little bit of different color, I want to say, color, texture. So I'm going to do one herringbone wrap on this one. I'm going to bring it all the way down. I put it on this 20 gauge wire. I'm going to do one herringbone just to kind of get it anchored so it's not flying around when I do my next step. And bring it over. So I'm just going to do one. And again, hold it from the side over the top, right underneath that last herringbone wrap we did. The top, where is it? There we go. And now what we're going to do is, now I will go ahead and cut the 24 gauge wire. It's about 24 inches, just enough to wrap the rest of the beads that I need. So it's about 24 inches. If you want to do a little bit longer, that's fine. Just let me cut that off. So now I'm going to take one of the little red drops that we got in the kit. See, one of these little red drops that were in the mini mix. So I'm going to put that facing down. The fat side is facing up, or the chubby side. So we're going to bring that down, just right there. See, just like that. We're going to hold it right there. Hold it right there, and then start to frame this bead here. So we're going to go around the side. And I'm sorry, I got to put my fingers in there because I'm trying to hold it, so I'll show you. And then go over again, like if you were doing a herringbone wrap, but this is not exactly a herringbone wrap because all we're doing is framing. It's kinda, but kinda not. So I'm gonna go around like we did, and then I'm gonna go again over the side, and then I'm gonna go behind that wrap, behind the original wire that we started with. We're going to go behind, and then we're going to anchor it again by doing another go around. You can twist your bead, or you can just twist the wire, whatever's easier for you. And then now we're going to bring down our next bead. I mean, you can either add one drop at a time. Let me just fix this here. one drop at a time, or you can just put them all on and bring them down. I sometimes don't like putting them all on because then they get then they fall off if I'm messing with the wire a lot. Okay, so now we've got our second drop. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space here, just kind of like a little 1/4 inch, and bend it. See how I bent that wire? Just to give it room to wrap this one. And so now I'm gonna do the same. Go over the top to anchor it. Like so. And then grab it from here like this, and drop the top, going all over the place. So see, now we've got the other side. We're going around behind this wrap here, behind that. Again, holding on to your drop nice and firm, and just like that. So I'm going to go and wrap the other two. There's 4 of them that we're going to put on here. See how once you wrap it, though, before I go, I explain. Once you wrap it, see how that space does matter. Otherwise, this one would be completely on top of the other one. We want a little bit of spacing to frame this bead that we have on here. So I'm going to do the other 2. I'll be right back. Alright, so I remembered I only had 2 little drops left because it was 6, not 8 that came in the mini kit. So I had 2 more red little drops. They're clear, but they're red, and I don't know. If it bothers you, you can use different colored drops or different little smaller stones that you can wire wrap around. For me, I don't think that it will make much a difference once, you know, it's on the necklace and from afar. But, you know, if it bothers you, you can definitely try using maybe smaller rondelles like I did up on this side right here. But for now, I just want to show you the technique. Totally spaced out on those. And I'm gonna just, now that I have these little drops like this all wrapped up, I'm just going to grab it and anchor it to the 20 gauge wire, just like that. Grab these so they look right there like they're on the side. Little decoration. So now what I'm gonna do is grab, these are from my stash too, these these little mini 1mm spacer beads in gold. I have a ton of them because I like to use them to add little accents here and there, or to cover up wire work. So all I do is basically, you can go like this so you're not having to thread each one. You just kind of stab it in there, and eventually you'll get one. See, they slowly, that way you don't have to fight with it. And I'm just gonna grab enough to do, well, just fill it up, and then we will see how many more we need. There. So now I grabbed a bunch of these. So let's bring it down and see. All right. So as you can see, now we have, oh, I gotta make sure I got it on the right side. So now we have a bunch of these little round little gold spacers. So now what I'm going to do is bring them on the side over here first, split where I see that I can anchor the wire, just like that. So I'm going to take some down, and then wrap it all the way in the front, just kind of to anchor that right there. And now we're going to continue to put more of these little gold beads around this corner, and this hides all this wire that's going on over here too. Kind of gives it a much better finish to the piece. So I don't know, those clear drops might bother me. I might end up having to take it apart and put on all clear drops, or maybe, I mean all, yeah, transparent reds, or all clear whites, but then it wouldn't fit here, so might have to put on, like I said, all transparent reds so that they all go together. But for now, to save some time, I'm just going to leave that right now like that. So now, just going to, looks like we have some left over. So I'm just going to kind of really squeeze this in just to where it makes a full circle and wrap it around like that. And take out the rest of these little spacers and put them back in its little container. I get those containers at the dollar store in case anybody's interested. Once in a while they have a ton of good good beading containers. And right now Michael's is having a sale. If you see this within this, within this time frame, they're having a 50% off sale of plastic bins that include beading bins. So just an FYI, just a little tip there. Now that we have this clear bead decorated, now we're gonna put on one of the these big large rondelles that are AB, that have an AB coat on them. I'm gonna put this one on the 20 gauge as well. I believe this was on the large strand. Let me see how many wraps I got on this one. Again, we're gonna do a herringbone wrap. So, oh, before I do that, sorry, let me take this off first. I am gonna go around a few times to just kind of separate this, just to give some space. About 4. You know, wrap it around and then squeeze it down. Now we'll put the bead on there, like that. Now we're gonna go to the side. We're gonna do a herringbone wrap. Like that. Go around the side again. And then bring it down through these drops. Over the top as always. Now we're going to go underneath and wrap it around. Underneath the next one. Go through those drops there. And under here, there we go, see? And now another one under the drop. And the last one underneath here, and bring it over. Like that. Now we're going to put one of these little gold ones just to add a little bit of sparkle, these little gold rhinestone things. And I'm just going to put that down here, like that. And we're just going to do one little wrap, like a herringbone. Probably wondering why you're herringbone wrapping this, but it's because I just want to anchor it here. I don't want it to be moving around. So it's just one time on each side. Well, it goes double on this side, but just one time. There we go. And there we go. Then we're going to grab our large drops. Yeah, 4. And I'm going to bring this down like so. And, oh wait, I forgot, sorry. So we're just going to do 1, 2, like that. See? And then we're just going to put this on here. Like that. So, you know, bring it down. Now, we're going to go down the side. It's nice. These drops are awesome because they have that flat side. And right there. And we're going to go and do it 2 times. So we're going to go back behind there and behind this wrap here and down the bottom. Like go down the side here like that. Ugh, gotta hold it. Now you know when my nails are always, I have to do my nails over and over. Get all chewed up. So I use them a lot. There we go, just like that. Ooh. Let's see. There we go. And pull on it so that it flattens out over here. And wrap it. And go down this side. Do one more. Oop. And go down this side. Like that. And see how you got three wraps on this side. And then again, as always, I'm going to put it through the center so that it doesn't move. Then I'm going to anchor it one last time. Just like that. And there we go. Now we've got our first drop. So I'm going to go put the other one on this side and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I added the other drop and then we're going to decorate this in a minute to hide this wire work right here. So now I'm going to add one of these boho beads, which I thought added a little bit of character to my design. Oh, but I need to add more wire. That's why I said you kind of need a big, longer chunk. I didn't run out of wire last time, but I did run out of wire this time. So I'm gonna grab another large, like 24-inch piece, and of the 24 gauge wire. And I mean, it's not a big deal. You can always just add some more. Again, I'm just going to leave a little lip here and do a few, like 2 or 3 wraps. I think that should be good. All we want to do is just anchor that wire back on like that. Okay, and then now that you have that, then now that you've anchored your wire again, then you can add your bead. All right, So now we have the boho bead. Again, we're going to do a wire wrap just to anchor it on here. I mean, I think the boho bead already is decorated. And like I said, we're going to do some wire working here, which will even further give it some little bit of decoration. So now we're just going to go around like we usually do, and then back again like this. Make sure you're going under. Right there, under this other one, and then just bring it around like that. Then now that that's nice and anchored, now you can go ahead and pull on this one nice and tight. Make sure it's on there. Kind of go that way and clip that off. And make sure you tuck in your little end here. Right, so I have another one of these little crystal beads. I found one that has a little bit of AB on it, so that'll be pretty. It's not just transparent. It's got a little bit of color to it, so that'll make it look pretty too. Give a little bit of flash. All right, and so now we're going to add this one, and again we're going to anchor it. Like right here. That. And go back under and on top. And like that. Now what we're going to do is add these little round rondelles. And with this flower, we're going to start off with, we have, you know, the opaque rondelles, and then we have the AB rondelles. So I counted, and those we do have enough to make 8. We're going to start off with one of the mattes, or the opaques, I'm sorry, it's not matte, and put that through. Now what we're going to do is start going, just framing these. Again, this one we don't need to anchor, they're nice and round. All we're doing is just going to go around and just take your wire, go around twice until you reach the other side to start your next one. See, just like that. And now we have framed our first one. We're going to leave a little bit of space, and we're going to go this so that the wire can get through here. And again, sorry, it's just hard to wrap and stay in frame sometimes. Just hold on to your bead as you go around with the wire. Go underneath. Because you have to hold it, otherwise the wire will come off. So it can be a little tricky, but once you get the hang of it, it looks so pretty. And like that. Now we're back on the other side again. Now that we've done two rounds. There. See how we have, how we have our 2 rounds framed, and again we'll start to frame. And hold it and go around again. that. And now we have 3. Now that we have that one done, just going to try to move it a little bit, roll it a little bit away, because I wanted to kind of cover this space between one bead and the other. So, oops, just trying to get the wire set on here properly. So now we're just going to hold it right there around the bead, like that, and wind it around, holding all your other ones in place so that they don't unravel. And now we have these set right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this side, and I will be right back. All right, so I'm done with this side right here. So what I'm gonna do is anchor it right here as usual. And now it looks like a pretty little fancy flower with the ABB in the center, like that. So now this is our last beading situation here. So I'm just going to do 4 wraps to close it up nice and tight. Now we're going to cut this wire off here. Oop. Of course, now I have a ton left. Let me just go down here. There. And cut it right there. So now all I'm going to do is grab more of that 24 gauge wire. I took it off the spool, but it's the 24 gauge wire. And again, grab it from here. And you can either do this on your coiling gizmo, or you could do it by hand, which sometimes I like because it molds exactly to the wire you're using. So I'm just going to go round and around here and bring this together. This is why I have no nails. All right, bring that together, bring it down. See how it's nice and anchored now? And now all we're gonna do is wrap. Just keep coiling. Just kind of watch a TV show or something while you're doing this. Watch your favorite series. And every time you wrap, then you squeeze together. So I'm gonna go and finish this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now here we go. I've wrapped all the 6 inches that we left. I did leave a little lip. I'm just trying to straighten out any wire that I kind of push these together. Whatever I wasn't able to push together with my fingers, you can use a nylon jaw plier like I just did, and straighten out the wire there. So I left a little lip right there, and just going to cut this off, that, and close this piece here. Come on. There. All right, so now what we're going to do is we went with this one. We're going to put it right on this side right here. So just going to, with my fingers, because this wire is not, artistic wire is nice and soft, and we've been handling it enough that we should be able to turn it, swirl it, or mold it just enough, and or easy enough, I'm sorry. And see, now we've got this swirl here, and make it a little bit tighter, I think. want to see it a little bit smaller because now we're going to go around it on the outside like that, just to match the other side. And going to bring it down, and if you feel that it's kind of wonky, you can mold it, like I said, with your fingers. Just use your fingertips. They're nice and warm now from working with all this wire, and you should be able to. You can also use your nylon jaw pliers if you want, if your fingers are tired and you just can't get that corner like I am right now. I think I got it to mold it to where I want it. So I'm one of those that it has to have that perfect swirl. So now we have it like that, and let me compare. Yeah, that looks about right. So now what I did was I put it through here like this, and put this on the side like so, and then it looks like I went over right there like that, and so it just goes around once, just like that. Let me switch this over so you guys can see. And then take you can even use these little your flat nose pliers. Okay, so this time we're going to wrap our loop. Where am I? We're going to wrap our loop going outwards that way, so away from the choker. So I'm going to do this. Start with our plier just to give it a start, and then you can even use your nylon jaw pliers. Well, you can use it to just start shaping it. You can use your fingers, nylon jaw pliers, all right, and just keep nice and tight, little turns so that your swirl stays nice and tight, and place it just like that. Oofda, you got it. Can you tell I'm from Minnesota? Oofda. All right, so now we've got our swirl on here. Now we're going to do the center one, this one over here. So for this one, what I did was I did another coil, but the difference is, oops, it's flipping around. The difference is that this time I took 2 pieces of 24 gauge wire and I twisted them together. So this is twisted wire. You can buy twisted wire, but I like to make my own. You can use different things, pliers. If you ever want to see how I do it, I used my husband's hand drill. So if you want to see how I do it, let me know and I'll show you. But I'm taking gold twisted wire, like I said, the 24 gauge. So what I'm gonna do is, again, coil the coil on here, and it gives it just a different texture. Just turn it so you can see. Gives it a different texture. See how it just looks very different than just simple straight wire. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you like it? Let me know in the comments below. That should be enough to, and just so you don't have to guess like I did, then it is about 3 inches is what I left. You know, a little bit over 2 3/4, so almost 3. So cut that there. And then we're going to leave a little lip here like we usually do, just to be able to use our pliers to grab onto it. And then we're going, this one went this way, Oops. This swirl went outward, so this one is going to go that way. Away and towards the bottom. Like that. There we go. Now, you can grab your nylon gel pliers. What you want to do is see how it's here. See how it's straight? You want to kind of bring it up so that your twirl kind of has a more, I don't know, curve to it. That's what I would say. See how it kind of goes up, and then so it goes from here, it goes down and then into the design. That's what we want to see. There we go. So what I'll do is take some of that leftover, you can take some of your leftover 24 gauge wire, take this right here, and then just put it right about there. Bring it under these, bring it under these little flowers, or these little beads right here. I want to bring it under there to hide it. Now we can cut this side. Now we're going to fix, we're going to get these drops that we got going here, spread them out a little bit more, and grab that other leftover piece of wire. Oh no, not this one. Where's my other one? So I'm going to take some more of this 24 gauge wire and add some of these. Well, no, first, you know what? Let's anchor it so that it doesn't, so our beads don't go flying everywhere when we try to do this. So, okay, so I added a bunch of these little, again, gold spacers, and what I'm going to do is wrap them pretty much around this area here where we have the wire work showing 2 times. So just going to bring that back up through here, and I'm going to fix the wires that are showing up here. See, I wrapped them around here. Make sure that they're nice and tight right there. All right, and there we go. What do you guys think? And then what you could do is either leave it like this, or leave it like this, or you can actually, if you wanted to, you could, where is it? I always like to give options, but it really depends on your taste. You could hang this from there. So all you would need some 18 gauge wire, and then do a big loop like that. One big one. Let me see. And then cut right, let me move this so you guys can see. Cut right there. See, we got a big, large, nice little loop. And then cut this right next to the other one. See? Now you've got a big, nice, large jump ring. So all you do is open this up, put your little flower, and it's big enough to where it will fit over this here, and then you just close it. Remember, your jump rings are open side to side, front to back, not side to side. And there you go, you got also a beautiful, even though what I don't like is that it might just kind of dance around, so I don't know about that. You would have to kind of hold it in place, but it's up to you. I mean, it's an option, or you can hang something else, another pendant. As I always say, you can have you can make your jewelry to where it's to your liking and versatile as well. So we have our fancy choker done. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Is it too much for you? I mean, you could even do something like this on a headband. You know, put these on a headband and it probably looks so pretty in somebody's hair or your hair. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So if you reached it till now, thank you so much for watching. Let me know again what you think of this piece. And if you're new to my channel and want to see more tutorials like this, more unboxings, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell right beside it so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed. Our little channel is slowly but surely growing, and I appreciate so much the support. I will link to everything that I use down below. And of course, I want to let you guys know that I may get a small commission from it. So if you do decide to click out that link, thank you. I am very grateful that you decided to support me. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Take care. Spend lots of time with your loved ones. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.